Certain animal species simply aren't suited to be household pets. While dogs and cats readily embrace belly rubs and cuddle sessions, some of nature's more untamed creatures have earned reputations as less than ideal roommates. But does this mean that these animals can never find a place in a home? When a young motherless critter came under the care of two wildlife rescuers, the human duo made every effort to provide the wild and non-domesticated animal with a chance to survive. Little did they know that they were about to embark on a heartwarming journey that would capture the attention of thousands online. Imagine finding a mother squirrel leaving her two newborns on your bed before vanishing into the night. This was the dilemma faced by a man in New York when he discovered a family of baby squirrels making a nest inside his home. Initially taken aback, he was unsure of what to do. These little ones were so tiny that they couldn't even open their eyes yet. Fortunately, their mother was around, at least for a little while. Initially, the mother squirrel visited them frequently, feeding her babies and building a nest outside. However, at some point, she stopped returning. Here was the man, left with two baby squirrels on his bed, and he felt a sense of responsibility for their well-being. With no knowledge of how to care for baby squirrels, the man reached out to Wildlife Rescue, who promptly arrived to assess the condition of the babies. Aware that the babies would not survive without their mother, the rescuers decided to intervene. Given that there was only one official rehabilitation center in the city, most wildlife rescue efforts were carried out on a volunteer basis. Local rehabber Arena Hinzen, for instance, rescued approximately 75 squirrels per year, and during busy breeding seasons in the summer and spring, juggled as many as 40 animals simultaneously. We're really seeing the impact of climate change with the seasons going way longer, Hinzen noted. The first year it happened, we thought it was just an odd thing, but it turns out it's not. We still get small babies in October, when the season should be over at the beginning of September. Wildlife rescuers Christina Reyes and her husband Michael took it upon themselves to care for the squirrels. Unfortunately, one of the babies was already weakened and did not survive for long. Would the remaining squirrel meet a similar fate? All baby squirrels are born deaf and blind, typically opening their eyes at around 5 weeks of age. However, even after 6 weeks, this baby squirrel had not yet opened her eyes. Against the odds, the baby squirrel survived her first few months in the world. The couple, who had discussed having their own children, fell in love with the squirrel while nursing her back to health. She was not fit to return to the wild, so they decided to adopt her. There are people who think if the animal can't survive outside, it should be put down, and we decided that wasn't going to be an option, said Michael, the squirrel's new parent. There's nothing physically or mentally wrong with her, she's just different. They named their new companion Thumbelina, after a fairy tale by the famous Danish children's book author Hans Christian Andersen. The tale is about a girl no larger than a thumb who must navigate her way through the woods. Although Thumbelina wasn't the first squirrel to become a household pet, in the 1700s, pet squirrels were quite fashionable. She was unique. Most squirrels are known for their high energy levels and agility, making them challenging to keep in a household. However, Thumbelina had never interacted with another squirrel that she could remember. Her only influences were Christina and Michael, so she had a slower pace and spent most of her time seated. Observing her distinct behavior, Thumbelina's human parents attempted to introduce her to other squirrels, but she showed no interest in them and didn't identify with her fellow squirrels. I don't know what she thinks she is, her parents commented, but it's definitely not a squirrel. Despite the absence of other squirrel companions, Thumbelina, who had turned 2 years old by 2018, was living her best life with Christina and Michael. She enjoyed watching TV, snuggling up in blankets, and even wearing costumes handcrafted by her mom. When the weather suited Thumbelina's preferences, she sometimes ventured outside with her mom, either in a bag or on a leash. Remarkably, she was fully potty trained and generally obeyed her parents, though perhaps not all the time. Despite Christina and Michael's deep love for Thumbelina, raising her was neither easy nor inexpensive. According to Christina, the couple had spent over $10,000 on Thumbelina's care over the past 2 years. This included veterinary bills, among other expenses. In an effort to offset some of these costs, Christina set up several social media accounts for Thumbelina, which quickly gained popularity. On these platforms, she promoted the sale of Thumbelina-themed merchandise like t-shirts and keychains. While the adorable photos on Thumbelina's social media pages were a delight, what truly mattered was that she was healthy and happy. Everyone seemed pleased that she had been adopted and had recovered, including Christina, Michael, and all of Thumbelina's fans. Typically, squirrels go about their daily lives with minimal human interaction, scurrying up and down trees, burying nuts, and making chattering noises. However, some squirrels, like Thumbelina, rewrite the rules of squirrel behavior. In 2009, a baby squirrel found itself injured after an encounter with an owl at just 4 weeks old. This young squirrel was taken into the care of Brantley Harrison, a professional rehabilitator dedicated to helping wounded wild animals. To the Harrison family, this furry patient was not just another animal. They named her Bella. Bella was raised alongside 3 other squirrels, Larry, Mo, and Curly, and was nurtured with fruits and vegetables throughout the long winter. When spring of 2010 arrived and the squirrels were healthy enough, Brantley released them back into the wild, a routine practice. Typically, when Brantley released rehabilitated animals into the forest, she would see them periodically for about a week, and then they would disappear, adapting to their newfound freedom. Bella, however, defied this norm. Bella returned to the Harrison household regularly, initially seeking treats and attention. While it was not unusual for rehabbed animals to adjust slowly to life in the wild, Bella's consistent return visits stood out. Over 8 years since her rescue, Bella still pays regular visits to the Harrison family. She waits at the front door, hoping for a bit of attention and some treats. Her behavior was somewhat unique, as she wasn't particularly affectionate during her rehabilitation, and the family treated her like any other squirrel. Nonetheless, Bella kept coming back, unlike other squirrels. Bella wasn't a fan of physical affection like petting or belly rubs. She simply enjoyed a bit of attention and had a penchant for walnuts. Bella also had a playful side, often taunting the family's dog, Sid, through the glass door. What set Bella apart even more was her love for wearing hats. She allowed the Harrisons to place hats on her head, even when cameras were rolling. Brantley couldn't help but express her affection for Bella, stating, "I could not love this squirrel any more than I already do." Bella's adventures were chronicled on an Instagram account called Sid and Bella, where photos showcased her sitting in laps, wearing hats, and enjoying nuts, a truly delightful life for a squirrel. Recently, Bella's unique bond with the Harrisons paid off when she injured her foot and needed help once again. However, capturing Bella was no easy feat. Brantley mentioned in an Instagram post, "My first few attempts at catching her have failed. She has lived in the wild for over 8 years, so she is a smart squirrel, and it is not easy to trick her." After some persistence, the family managed to capture Bella, providing her with antibiotics and a comfortable cage during her recovery. Just before her release back into the wild, Bella surprised the family once more. She gave birth to 3 baby squirrels inside the Harrison home. Having raised and cared for Bella, the Harrisons were able to witness her raising her own offspring. Brantley described it as an amazing experience, saying, "It was truly amazing to watch the baby I raised raise her own babies." Bella held a special place in the Harrison family's heart, and her presence even changed their friends' perceptions of squirrels. Brantley emphasized the importance of showing love and compassion to all living creatures, regardless of their size. So, the next time you encounter a squirrel in your neighborhood, remember that these little creatures can surprise you. With care and attention, they can form unique bonds and bring unexpected joy to our lives. Bella's story demonstrates that squirrels are capable of love and loyalty similar to beloved house pets. Once R2, the young squirrel found injured on the side of a road in 2007, was welcomed into his new home. The family decided to give him a name. R2, a Finnish variation of Arthur, suited him well. It didn't take long for R2 to reveal his spirited personality. R2 enjoyed playful interactions, often engaging in light fights with the family's hands, being careful not to bite too hard. His playful nature was evident, bringing joy to his human companions. He cherished spending time with his human family, either crawling over them or nestling inside their hoodies to stay warm. R2's appetite was also quite diverse, relishing nuts, fruits, berries, mushrooms, and even pine cones. R2 frequently joined his family for outdoor snacks, relishing their company and conveying his contentment through his presence. Regardless of the location, R2 could transform any place into a cozy nest for a nap, whether it was a sweatshirt or cupped hands. Although R2 couldn't roam freely like other squirrels, his family ensured he had supervised outdoor exploration to experience nature. He particularly enjoyed collecting pine cones during these outdoor adventures. During the Christmas season, the family had to secure their tree extra carefully, knowing R2's penchant for climbing to the top. Despite his curiosity, R2 appreciated the ornaments on the indoor tree. Owning a pet squirrel presented unique challenges, such as regular nail trimming. However, R2 cooperated without complaint, understanding that it allowed him to return to having fun sooner. R2 lived with the family from 2007 until 2013, passing away of old age. He was found curled up in his nest as if he were sleeping. Although R2's life was relatively short, it was undoubtedly happy. To honor his memory, the family fed other squirrels with the food they had stored for him before his passing. Squirrels are often a common sight, but their unique characteristics make them truly fascinating creatures. Their various shapes, sizes, and behaviors, from food hiding to playful interactions, make them endlessly intriguing. Exploring the incredible squirrel facts can give you a fresh perspective on these remarkable animals.